Hello everyone, it's Julie Lawrence from TeacherJulieOnline.com, and on this channel I talk about working from home as an online teacher and teaching from home as a homeschooling mom. If that is something you are interested in, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so that you know when I post new videos. The two online companies that I teach for right now are VIPKid and Outschool. So I thought that I would make a video today about a type of Outschool class that I have conflicting feelings about. They are ongoing classes. So what is an ongoing class and why do I have such conflicting feelings about this? Well, stick around and I'm about to tell you. So as a teacher on Outschool, you are able to teach 4 different types of classes. They are one-time classes, which meet just one time, and then you are done with that class. You can schedule it as many times as you want, but it only meets one time, maybe one day for 30 minutes or one day for an hour, but it's a one-time class. Very simple. They also have what are called multi-day classes, which means that maybe you have a class that you would like to meet 2 times in the week or 3 times in the week, something like that. But you teach whatever number of days your class is scheduled for, and then that class is over. So for example, I have a multi-day class that meets on Mondays and Wednesdays typically, or sometimes I schedule it Tuesdays and Thursdays. They're 30 minutes each class, and then that's it. So when they sign up for a multi-day class, they might see something like, this class meets twice a week for 1 week. So it has 2 sessions, and then that's it. The next type of class you can teach on Outschool is a flex class, and I have a video about my first flex class and my experience with that. Since that video, I have taught some other flex classes, and I do really enjoy that. Flex classes require a lot of work up front, but there are no live meetings. So you are maybe recording videos, you are providing content for your students that they can access on their own time. But today's video is going to be about ongoing classes. This semester, or this fall semester, is the first time I ever offered ongoing classes. And for the most part, I really do like them. And so what is an ongoing class? An ongoing class is a class that is ongoing. It doesn't really have an end date until you set it. Obviously, you can set an end date, but it just keeps going, almost like a subscription. So parents pay for ongoing classes every week. Every Sunday, their subscription renews for your ongoing class. Some examples of ongoing classes that I have seen are like social clubs where students can pop in and out and discuss a certain topic, but they really don't need to know what was discussed the weeks prior. They can just jump in at any time and jump out if they want to. Maybe it's a cooking class where you cook something different each week. So you can be subscribed to this cooking class and kind of come in when there are things that interest you and then come out when it doesn't interest you. The ongoing class that I teach is actually an academic class. It's a phonics class. So it's kind of confusing because it maybe sounds like it builds upon each other, but I kind of did that purposely, hoping that parents would stick around for the duration of the class, and so far that has been my experience. I have had a full ongoing class pretty much the whole time. It's been the same kids that have stayed in. Now, anybody can come in at any time to this class and they won't feel like they've missed anything, because basically it's the same structure every class. I teach the same general outline, schedule, whatever you want to call it, every class. We just change the phonics rule that we're working on. So my goal in that is to create some kind of consistency with the kids that I do have in that class. And so far it has worked. And then this particular ongoing class will end in a few weeks, and then I will start what I'm calling part 2, hoping that these kids will continue their subscription with part 2, and then we can keep going. The thing I love about ongoing classes is that they are already set and scheduled for me, so I don't even really have to think about it or worry about making a schedule. I have made my schedule pretty much through the end of December. And I like that. I like knowing what's coming. I like having consistent kids. I like having a consistent schedule. It works well for my home schedule and my homeschool schedule. That has been really helpful to me, and I have really, really enjoyed getting to know the kids and kind of having them feel like these are my students. It feels a little bit more like when I was teaching in a traditional classroom setting. These are my students that I've had from the end of August until now, and so I'm really getting to know them. I'm getting to know how they learn. I think it has allowed me to grow as a teacher and to be a better teacher for them as I get to learn, as I get to know who they are as we go on in this class. I also teach an ongoing class, and this one is my absolute favorite, called Preschool Circle Time. This is a wonderful choice for an ongoing class. A circle time class is really a good social type class with some learning thrown in for the little ones. And I do that in the mornings after I teach my VIPKid. I just teach a 30-minute, 2 times a week Outschool circle time class that I look forward to every time. This one is so much fun. It goes so fast, and we do the same things every day. It literally is a circle time. We do focus on a letter each day, but same situation. I have the same kids I've had pretty much the whole time, and it's just so wonderful to get to know them. They're getting to know each other, and I know that they look forward to these classes as much as I do. I also like having that consistent pay. I like knowing that on Sundays when I get paid for my ongoing classes, it's going to be pretty much the same. Now, sometimes I do have learners that might stop their subscription, or I have new ones come in and learners go out. And so it fluctuates a little bit with the pay, but for the most part, the pay stays pretty consistent, and I can do a better budget that way for my family. At the time of this recording, when enrollments are a little bit down in Outschool, it is very comforting to know that I have these ongoing classes scheduled through the end of the year. And as of now, I have a full class with kids that are continuing. That's a class that already has learners. Where right now, when it's a little unpredictable and I schedule a one-time class, I may not get 8 learners to enroll in that class. So it is really nice to have these ongoing classes that already have learners in them and that they are already scheduled throughout the year. So what do I not like about ongoing classes? It's not that I don't like this, it's just that when you schedule an ongoing class, and depending on how long this ongoing class is going to be, you have made a commitment. You have made a commitment to the kids, to the families who are expecting this class to last a semester long. They have put this on their calendar as a class that they want to take, and they chose it because it's ongoing. So they're looking for that. So you have made a very long, again, depending on how long you scheduled it, commitment, a time commitment, a schedule to keep. So I have a class every Monday and Wednesday at a certain time in the afternoon. So I know that I can't schedule anything else. And there are days, I will admit, that I kind of dread it. Like, oh, I have that class again. Because what I liked about it, the consistency, seeing the kids are awesome, getting to know the kids. I do like that, but then it can also feel a little bit redundant, repetitive, because like I said, I teach the same structure, the same format every day. It just a little bit changes every time. It can get a little, you can get a little burnt out on it. Again, this is depending on the type of ongoing class that you teach. So it's not really a horrible thing. I don't hate it by any means, but there are some times where I look ahead and I'm like, oh, this class goes on forever. I can't stop this class. And so you feel like maybe you have this you don't have the power to stop the class, but you are the teacher of the class. You can stop the class at any time. If you feel like you're in this rut and you're feeling burned out and you're feeling like you don't want to continue teaching this ongoing class, if the quality of your class is going to drop because of the way you're feeling about this, then by all means, stop the class. I would just give a long enough heads up to the families that you are going to stop this class. Now, one tip I will give you when creating an ongoing class is to list, when you're listing what each week or what each class is going to cover in your class description. And again, Outschool wants you to be very, very descriptive and detailed. When creating ongoing classes, you really want to give the parents as much information as you can when creating this, because like I said, they're signing up for a subscription. And if you're like me, sometimes you have these subscriptions and you don't even realize that you're getting charged every Sunday or every month or whatever it is. So you want to make sure this is worth it. That when they see that coming out of their bank account every week and they ask themselves, what was that again? Oh yeah, that was that really awesome Outschool class that my child is in. I don't want that to end. So you want to give them that reason for subscribing to your class. So your class description should have lots of good detailed information about what they are going to be getting from this class. The other thing that you need to put in there are actual dates. So Outschool is likely to return the class description to you and ask you to add dates if you didn't do that the first time. Now you can always go in and change those dates because this class is going to be offered again in the second semester. Well, those are going to be different dates. So I will have to go back into my class description and change all those dates. But parents really want to know the exact dates of when these classes are going to be meeting and what you're going to be doing on those dates so they can know, do I want to stay enrolled for this class? Do I want to unenroll for this class? We don't need this particular one, or whatever the case may be. Again, in my phonics class, the goal is for them to be there for every meeting, for them to want to start at the beginning and go all the way through. In a different type of class, you might have kids coming and going throughout your ongoing class. Now, here's what can happen. Let's say you have 8 slots in your class and you have all of them full. You might have a student that drops their enrollment, that pulls out of your class. If you stop the enrollment, then a spot is going to open up in that class. So it's very likely that another student might take that learner's spot and then they have lost their spot in your class. So it becomes kind of teacher discretion how you want to handle that. Many teachers will allow a parent, depending on maybe the relationship with the student, the circumstance, every situation is different. But let's say the student wants to not attend class for maybe 2 weeks. Maybe they're going on vacation, or maybe the class doesn't meet their needs for those 2 weeks, whatever the case may be, and they want to stop their enrollment. Well, like I said, if they stop their enrollment and a spot opens up, it's very likely that someone else could jump in and take that spot, and then they will have lost out. The teacher can then choose to add another spot in order to let that child come back in, and then you've increased now you're up to 9 students in your class. Or I know some teachers go ahead and let the student keep their spot in the class and refund the parent for those classes that they have missed. Or another option is that they might tell the parent, I would, keep your spot so that we don't lose your spot, and then just watch the videos that are posted. Then they are continuing to pay to hold the spot, and they still have access to everything that you post in your classroom. Your videos, anything that they need will still be there. So I haven't had that issue come up yet, so I don't know exactly how I would handle that. Again, I think it does depend on the situation, but as a teacher kind of running a business here, it's probably best that you make a consistent policy and stick to it, because you really want to be fair. And yes, I know extenuating circumstances may come up for certain families. There could be emergency situations that you may have to handle differently. But if your policy is going to be, no, I'm not going to refund, you either need to stay in the class or withdraw, then you need to stick to that policy. That can be your policy for your ongoing classes. So I kind of went off on a tangent a little bit there, but the bottom line is that ongoing classes are really great for that consistency, for scheduling purposes. If you are someone that pretty much has the same schedule every week, ongoing classes might work great for you. So it might be something for you to check out if you are an Outschool teacher or new to Outschool and you have not looked into ongoing classes. Give it a shot. You can start an ongoing class that is as small as maybe 4 or 5 weeks, or you can jump right in and open up a semester-long class. If you have any questions about ongoing classes, or there is something that I said and you want me to clarify, or something I didn't say and you want me to answer your question, please leave me a comment, or you can always shoot me an email. It's teacherjulie@gmail.com, and I would be happy to talk to you more about my experience with ongoing classes, and I will try to answer any questions that you have. There is always tons of information on the Outschool webpage about these things. Your question can probably be answered on their page. But if not, or if there's something that you want to hear about my specific experience, again, I'm happy to talk to you about that, answer any questions you have. Just reach out and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your online teaching journey. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.